Okay, so so we're going to go for about 30 minutes here. And so Trish, the first thing that I talked to you about, or that I want you to practice, is the Ujjayi breathing, which we talked about a little bit today. And the Ujjayi breathing is contracting the throat like you would if you were going to clean your glasses or fog up a mirror. When you contract the throat, close your mouth, sit up tall, shoulders up, back and down, reaching up through the crown of the head, engage the throat, and keep the throat contracted on the inhale and the exhale. So it might take you a little while to get used to the sound of it. You're trying to lengthen out your breath a little bit longer than the natural breath would go, and match the length of the inhale to the length of the exhale. So be like this. Exhale everything out, close the mouth. So I count about 5 on the inhale and 5 on the exhale. You can see what works for you, but you want to find something that you can consistently do for 5 minutes. So do this practice before you start your yoga practice. You can do it each day. You can do it before difficult communication. You can do it if you're cold and you want to warm your body up. You can do it if you want to concentrate and focus your mind. And you can do it if you just want to give some extra attention to the throat chakra. So it's Ujjayi breathing, contracting the throat, mouth closed, a meditation position in the body. And the throat is contracted on the inhale and the exhale, and you're matching the length, a count of usually 5, 6, or 7 for the inhale and the exhale. So after your 5-minute Ujjayi practice, you can come into a comfortable seat and let the breath return to a natural position. Again, you want to have the spine very tall. You want to feel your sitting bones anchoring down into the ground. You can sit like I am with the shins on the ground if this is comfortable, or you can sit with the legs crossed. For me, with my hip arthritis, it's better now for me to sit this way. And we're going to do some neck rolls. So the spine is long, the shoulders over the hips, head reaching up through the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Reach, 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 and on the inhale, lengthen through the crown. On the exhale, drop the ear over to the shoulder. So you're letting the weight of the head act as a point of traction for the opposite side of the neck. You do want to make sure that this shoulder doesn't hitch up. So we're intentionally drawing the shoulders back and down and pressing the tops of the shoulders down as you let the ear drop towards the shoulder. Make sure that you continue to breathe as you do this. And then inhale, come up through center. Exhale over to the other side. And make sure the opposite shoulder doesn't hitch up. So intentionally draw the shoulder blades together and down. And find the breath. So you want to do 3 to 5 rounds on each side, holding each position for 3 to 5 breaths. And then, coming back to center, reach up through the crown of the head, turn the gaze over the shoulder so the chin is parallel to the shoulder. Again, make sure that your shoulders are drawing back and down, the collarbones are spreading. 3 to 5 rounds. 3 to 5 breaths on each side. Come back through center. Exhale as you twist. And back to center. Same for that, so 3 to 5 rounds for each. Then we're going to sweep the arms around and up. Interlace the hands. And drop the hands behind the head. So for your carpal tunnel, as much as possible, you want to be keeping your wrists in a neutral alignment with the arm, right? So when we interlace, Taking the arms up and back, the wrist is staying in a neutral alignment. Inhale, lift the back of the head. I'm drawing the shoulder blades together. I'm supporting the back of the head as I lift the gaze and lift the heart. And then exhale. I'm just relaxing the elbows here as I bring the chin to the chest, letting the hands relax at the back of the head to bring a little more pressure, and a little more traction to open up the back of the neck. So you're going to inhale as you lift the gaze, support the back of the head, draw the shoulders together and open the elbows. And exhale as you release the chin to the chest and relax the arms here. 5 rounds. Inhale as you come up. And then exhale as you press it back down. Three more rounds. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And you can release the hands down, bring the head back to neutral. So these neck rolls are working, of course, on all the neck and shoulder, but also your rotators and everything. That this also correlates with the carpal tunnel, as you know. So the other thing that I want you to think about while you're practicing is we're trying to keep this throat chakra open and the heart. So one thing you want to be mindful of is anytime you're lifting your gaze up, make sure that you're keeping the back of the neck long. So rather than doing something like this, when you look up, lengthen the back of the neck as well as the front. Also for the chest, just try and keep remembering to draw the shoulders back and down to really let this chest open up through the practice. So you can find a strap or a belt, and we're going to do a little bit of shoulder flossing. And you can do it seated or standing. You're going to take your hands, I would say about 6 to 10 inches on either side of the hips. And you can see what your shoulders will allow. You'll figure it out really quickly. So remember that I'm going to keep the wrists at neutral. I'm going to drop the strap all the way down, keeping the arms straight, spine long, reaching up through the crown of the head. Inhale, take the strap overhead. Exhale, take it all the way down to the lower back. So now my palms are facing front. I'm keeping my wrists at neutral. Then I'm going to inhale back up. Exhale back down. Come forward again. Inhale, up. Exhale down. So you're trying to do this 5 to 10 times until it can become a fluid movement. And you just have to kind of go by feel. Like for me, my left shoulder is a lot tighter than my right. So I need to make my grip a little bit wider so that my left shoulder has the space to do this rotation. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling as you go down. This feels really good. 5 to 10 rounds. It's also something that you can do, if you enjoy it, you can do it. You don't want to overdo it, but you can do your 5 to 10 rounds if you want to break up the practice. While you're sitting watching TV, it'll encourage you to sit up nice and tall with your posture and just keep the shoulders open and moving. So that's your strap flossing. So as we move through the physical practice now, and the video might not take 30 minutes, but you can pause and stay at different parts of the practice as we go through it. I have some blocks here. You don't need to use blocks, but you can pick them up wherever. But you could use books also. That's what we did in the old days before all the yoga props came out. But I'm going to move you through just a traditional sequence. But what we want to avoid is putting any pressure on the hands. So even stuff like this for you might want to modify, because we're trying to keep a neutral wrist for you. And some of those wrist stretches are good for you, and I know you already know that, so I'm not going to be redundant and go back through those. But you just want to be really mindful of not putting any pressure on the wrists when we move through the practice. So the blocks are going to come in handy. And you may not be able to see the entire mat, but I think you'll be able to see enough to understand what I'm doing here. So I've got my blocks. You can set them up on any side. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the big side. Right? And so for my sun salutations, I think you won't see my head anymore, but that's okay. I'm going to come up to standing. Right? Palms facing front. So imagine that I'm on the right direction on my mat. I'm going to inhale my arms overhead, palms meet overhead. Exhale as I come down into a forward fold. You don't want to put pressure on these blocks with the hands. You can just grip them. And you're using the strength of the trunk of the body to keep the body up on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. I'm just resting my hands on the blocks. On the inhale, I'm going to keep my right foot between the blocks and step my left foot back. Drop my left knee. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, my hands come back down to the block. Lift the back knee. Inhale, step it forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, palms meet overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, over. Hands to blocks. Inhale, torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, fold, release the head. This time it's my left foot that stays between the blocks. Step my right foot back, drop my right knee. I'm coming also onto the top of the foot. So I'm flattening my foot out on the floor. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Curl the back toe under, lift the knee. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale down. I'm going to go through that again. So that's your vinyasa. That shouldn't put any pressure on your wrists. Inhale the arms up. Exhale all the way over, hands to blocks. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, release the head. Right foot stays between the blocks, step the left foot back, drop the left knee, come onto the top of the left foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Lift the back knee. Step it forward, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, palms meet overhead. Exhale all the way over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Left foot stays where it is. Step the right foot back. Drop the right knee, come onto the top of the right foot. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Curl the back toe under, lift the knee. Step that foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, palms meet overhead. Exhale, hands come down. So you can do 3 to 5 of those vinyasas on each side, right? So one vinyasa is right side and left side. So 3 to 5 of each of those as your warm-up. Just go slow, move with your breath. You're going to use your ujjayi breath while you're doing that vinyasa practice. And you're also going to make sure that you're keeping the heart open with the shoulders up, back, and down. The throat open. I'm going to pause this and then do the second 15 minutes in another video because my puppy dog is restless and wants to go outside. Okay, so this will be your part 1 and I'll send it to you.